Hey, I'm live. Look at that. I love it when I'm alive. How y'all doing out there in Facebook land? Let me watch and see how many people are joining me here. Thing just started clicking and ticking, and I see there's one person. 7. Okay, yep, definitely a little bit of a lag there. So welcome everybody. Let's do our normal everyday Facebook etiquette kind of thing. If as you come on, if you just say hello and where you're attending from. Tropical Coder, aloha, how you doing? So Facebook and YouTube are both in the house now. And as you come on, if you just say where you're attending from, we're up to 13 people already. Hey, Hope, aloha, Marco, Erica, long time no see, right? Samantha, hey, Tammy, from Florida, Orlando. See, there's the tropical. There it is. In case you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I'm juggling a solid copper ball. I know it looks weird. Like, what is he doing down there below the camera line? Samir, aloha, over there in the UK. Lillis, aloha. Marco in the Netherlands. See, I know how to almost say that. Brandon in Boise. Boise. I just like saying that word. I don't know why. Samantha in Vancouver. Hey, Linda in Tucson. Some of you that I'm seeing right now, I saw you like a minute ago, didn't I? Ibrahim, it looks like. I think I said that about right. Aloha in Saudi Arabia. So look at this, international awesomeness. I gotta love the internet. I'm telling you. Hey, Christy, long time no see. Over in Alabama. I don't say it exactly right, but pretty close. So welcome everybody. 22 people already. Wow. Okay, these Facebook Lives are growing. Like this, that was less than 2 minutes, and we're up over 20 people. Long time. Hey, Esther. So those of you who are in my level 5 liberation, hey, Gerald in Georgia, aloha. Those of you that are in my group program, my paid program, level 5 liberation 4.0, all of you, hey, Jennifer, there's another one. Hey, Mary, some of what I'm going to say, hi, Sue, welcome in Mesa. Some of what I'm about to say is going to be very familiar for those of you that were on the last program with me, the last session with me that we ended like less than 30 minutes ago. And for others of you, what I'm going to say is going to be radically new and different. For some, I will say there's going to be some people out here who are going to say, you know, I've heard something like that. Oh, I didn't know you were in Alabama too, Jennifer. Wow. Okay, so we got to do an event there. Okay, it looks like we got a crew growing in Alabama. Christy, make sure you reach out to her. Let's talk about this. Hey, Sylvan up in Canuka land. Good to see you. Hey, oh my God. Michael and Crystal, what? Are you guys making a habit out of this? Okay, when my family's on with me, I love that. Michael and Crystal are on again. Hey, Andrew, aloha over in Florida. So aloha, hello, and hola all work for most of Florida, right? Yeah, okay, we can do an event in Alabama. We'll be talking about that. Yeah, it's growing. Oh, my God. Who knew Bama? I mean, you know, not to say anything bad about Alabama, but you know Alabama, right? I don't know. I'm just kidding. All right, so today we are going to go into a very cool place. And if you read my little blurb about, I doubt that anyone went, oh, wait, someone is live on Facebook. Let me go watch. But if you did, this is going to be alien to you. You need to run and escape now. Hey, Leslie, again, aloha. Hey, Peggy. You probably more likely read the post where I said I was going to give a key, a genuine key to happiness. A real, live, not a metal like jingly thing, but an actual key to happiness. To beginning to live where life is working more the way you want and less the way you don't want. Okay. Now, to be completely radically just, forgive me for being transparent because I'm going to be transparent whether you forgive me or not. I have been at the computer now for 5 hours doing videos. Hey, Yuri, good to see you, man. I've been sitting here doing videos pretty much live nonstop for over 5 hours. In fact, 6 hours because I had a meeting with my tech team. Then I had, hey, Karen, aloha, welcome. Then I had a small group spell break program. It's 4 people that I meet with for an hour every Thursday. Literally 5 minutes after that, I'm on my group, which went over 3 hours today, or went almost 3 hours today. And now here we are. Okay. So I'm having a little bit of blah, 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 and a little bit of delirium, and it's okay. I'm also having a little bit of deja vu, but it's fine. Long day, and I'm not done. Erica, hey Margaret, aloha. Oh my God. And how did I not know you were in Dallas? Okay, but anyway, now I do. All right, so let's get straight into it here, shall we? Okay. Just about everybody has things in their life that they would like to experience more of. And if you have anything in your life that you would absolutely like to experience more of, and it could be more money, more nice house, more car, nicer car, more sex, more intimacy, more fun connected relationships, more fun. There's a whole lot of things that you could want to experience more of. Here's my question for you. I'm talking about something that you've been wanting more of for a while. And it seems like no matter what you do, it has stayed out of reach. Okay? So if you have something in your life that you've been wanting, you've been trying, you've been doing what you could do. Hey, Peter, good to see you. Something that you've done a lot. Maybe you've done inner work to try to figure, why can't I solve this money thing? Why am I not getting the relationship closeness and intimacy that I want? If you dare, and if you will, would you write in the comments and say something you've been truly wanting more of that has seemed to you to stay out of your reach? Okay. So specifically, something you want more of in your life that seems like no matter what you do, it just keep staying out of reach. And while you do that, I'm going to take a drink. More money. There's number one. Oh, yeah, I know that's not the only thing. And I know it's not just one person. So let's see if my comments are lagging again. Comments were lagging. Money, financial abundance. Haha, you might be, Brandis. Intimacy, money, financial freedom, more relationship closeness. It's almost like I just gave you guys that list. Was that just, yeah, it's because I do this all day, every day. Money, support of others, and money. More support of others and money. We could probably talk about that, Esther. Okay, more clarity in myself. I can relate, Sylvan. I can relate to exactly what you're talking about. And as you know, I've been watching you for a while. More friendships, fulfillment, more freedom. Hey, Kim. Wow, you guys are rocking. I'm going to tell you what, that's literally like 100% interaction right there. Almost everybody. Okay, beautiful. Now, I'm going to invite you to a couple of things. And my mission every time I go live is to help as many people as I possibly can, as much as I possibly can. Brandis just said direction. More time to build my business instead of a check that they'll give you. I'm going to leave out the instead ofs. More time to build my business. More energy in my body. Okay? Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm loving it. Now, what I want to do is I want to help as many people as much as I possibly can. So I want to help as many people as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to point down some alleys here. And one of the things I want to encourage you to, whether you're on live with me or whether you're watching the replay, over the course of the last month, I have done many Facebook Lives. So if you're watching this on my personal page, and if you're not, go to facebook.com/Brian with an I.D.Ridgway, or wherever you're at, you can click and get over there and find my profile, not my business page, not one of my groups, on my profile. And just scroll down and you're going to see the last month of Facebook Lives. One of the most recent lives that I did, so it was within the last 4 days. Be easy to find. Any of my Facebook Lives, you're going to get awesomeness out of it, I promise, because I do awesome Facebook Lives. Hey, Rex, aloha, buddy. I love you, man. Good to see you. But I did one just a couple days ago about really understanding how to overcome self-sabotage. In fact, I did a few different pieces of it, and I went really deep into how we put things between ourselves and that. So what I want to do is I'll encourage you to go watch that later. I really highly encourage it. And then the other thing that I want to bring up right now towards that is, if you think about what it is, these things that you just said, more energy, more this, more that, think about some of the things you've done to try to solve this. Some of the things you're like, what's going on? Why am I not having more of this? Why am I not getting more time? Why am I not? And do I accept the possibility that I might be creating my reality? Because that's at the core of all my work. The idea that we're 100% responsible for everything we get. Not 90%, not 99%. We're 100% responsible. And when we become curious about how might I be responsible for these things that seem beyond my control, I'm not going to say they're beyond my control anymore. I'm going to be curious. That's when our power starts to really return. And there's clarity of purpose. Again, there's a couple of those. Okay, now, next side of the coin. First side of the coin is things that I really want, that I've been wanting for a while. I've done a lot to try to get them. Somehow they just stay out of my reach. Flip the coin over. Is there anything in your life that you really, really, really don't want anymore and you've had enough? We've had enough. And you've done inner work, and you've done shamanic work, and you've done energy work, and you've done Reiki, and you've done ayahuasca, and you went and hugged Amma, and you did everything that you could find that was supposed to work, religion, to try to solve it and make it go away. But it stays there no matter what you do. If you can relate to what I'm talking about there, and if you dare, type in and let me know some of the things that have been showing up that you don't want anymore. A partner in relationship that mirrors my childhood, conflict with family, anything in life that you don't want more of, and somehow it keeps showing up. Acne. Then I need to kick myself in the ass. Okay, let me see what that was related to. Self-doubt, low self-esteem, unfulfilling relationships, more time to build my business. The same thing again. People who don't believe me when they should be on my side. Okay? Now, I could point to a lot of things in a lot of these already. This one I'm going to underline. Okay, check this out. People who don't believe me when they should be on my side. When should people be on your side? Number one. Question number two. Is there a time when people should be on your side? And do you need for people to believe you? Anger. My job keeps showing up. Accepting less. I keep accepting less than I can have and be and have and do. What keeps showing up is not trusting myself. What keeps showing up is feeling not enough. So when you pay people, they should believe what you say. Sounds like a guaranteed recipe for endless suffering to me, but we can talk more about that. Feeling rushed. And when it's my lawyer. So people should trust me. People should trust me. Especially my lawyer should trust me. We will talk about that for sure. Lack of motivation and zest for life. All right. This is awesome. This is awesome. And we got 37 people on so far. All right. So I want you to notice that the majority of people who said what they do want that's staying out of reach and what they don't want that keeps coming, there's actually a total correlation between them. Just for one example, Yuri said, I'd like to have more energy. And what I don't like to keep showing up is not feeling enough. Now check this out. Esther, promises people make to help and then they don't follow through with. When's the last time you didn't follow through, Esther? Pleasing others at my own expense is something that keeps showing up. Got it. And hi, Lee. Welcome. Aloha. All right, so beautiful. So let's, I'm sure more comments are going to come through. More stuff's going to come through. What I want to do is let's stop for a minute now. Let's get a little circumspect. Let's check in for a couple minutes here. So virtually everyone here has some things that they want that no matter what seems to stay out of reach. And virtually all of us have some things that we don't want that just keep staying no matter what we do. And if we look, we can usually see that there's a correlation. Like, in other words, the shit we don't want is what's showing up instead of what we do want. And the shit that we want, as it's not showing up, this is what's showing up, the shit that we don't want. All right? So we get the perception that something is hindering us. We say, there's something outside of me that's causing this. So I'm going to ask maybe the toughest question so far to be completely honest with. And some of you are going to be completely honest. Some of you probably not going to click. You're like, oh, I'm not going to answer that one. I don't want that on Facebook. I'm going to invite you and I'm going to encourage you. I'm even going to lovingly challenge you to answer if you will. All right, you ready? Do you accept the possibility that you are 100% responsible for your life, everything that shows up and everything that doesn't? And if you are, type in responsible. If you believe, and if you don't, you can say anything that you want. Well, partly, and on some things, not at all. Maybe, but I just want to hear your honest feedback. Do you believe or accept the possibility that you are 100% responsible? In other words, all the shit that you want to show up that doesn't, you might be doing it. And all the shit that you don't want that keeps showing up, you're responsible, whether you know how or not. Okay, responsible. Okay, so I'm dealing with some honest people here that are willing to take responsibility for their lives. That's right, but not at fault. And I'm glad you said that. Now, Marilyn, that lets me know, with total respect, lets me know you're starting to catch on here. Okay? Responsible. And Peggy made an interesting distinction here that's important. Responsible for my part, I don't control others. Now, here's where it starts to get a little bit. I like it. Andrew Blake said, unfortunately, this is important. Andrew, this is important because many people feel that way, that there's something wrong and bad. I don't like that I'm responsible because I don't like the results that I'm getting. And here is a powerful question. Responsible, but how do I change that? Okay. You're never going to change I'm proposing to you that you're never going to change the fact that you are literally 100% responsible. In fact, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to roll all of those answers and responses. I'm going to roll them all into one, and I'm going to hit every point in one circle here, one sphere. You will never change the fact that you are infinitely, eternally, 100% responsible for your entire life. And where you are not, you're right, you're not in control of others, but you're still responsible. And here's what I mean. People show up and do for us what it takes to help us wake up to what we are emanating to the world. So we have the ability to respond no matter what anybody else does. We can respond intentionally. We never have to react. We never have to fault or blame, and we never have to assume fault or blame on ourselves ever again. We can choose to stay present no matter the circumstances and respond, and therefore we are absolutely, utterly, totally, and completely responsible. We learned that responsible meant about to be punished. We learned that responsible meant having duties pushed on us that we don't want, that we're not ready for, that we don't qualify for, that we're not old enough for. We learned that responsibility meant all these terrible things, But none of those have anything whatsoever to do with responsibility. Those are ideas that got connoted. In other words, they're connotations of responsibility, but they don't have anything to do with responsibility. Responsibility means that I have the ability to respond all the time, period, no matter what. How liberating, how freeing, or maybe how reminding of my freedom. And so here we are now. There's things that I want that have stayed out of my reach, and I've been convinced that other people, bad people, and circumstances made it happen. It is very convincing. Einstein said reality is an illusion, a very persistent one. And it is truly an empowering shift in perspective. This perspective shifts us back into our power. So that's an interesting shift in perspective as well. Okay, I'm accountable. I'm responsible. Now, here's the things that I want that keep not showing up. They stay out of reach. And I'm convinced that external forces are causing it. So here's my next question for you. All you beautiful, amazing, powerful, miraculous, infinite, unlimited, eternal beings who just admitted that you are completely responsible, do you ever find yourself perceiving that someone or something else is causing it? If so, let's make this trackable. Say something else, something or someone else. If you will do that, if you'll type in something or someone else, just be completely honest, because if you say no, I won't know which of the questions you're referring to. So all of you who said, yes, I'm responsible, 100% responsible, I'm responsible. If you sometimes still perceive that this stuff's being caused by someone or something else, just say someone or something else. And let's see how much honesty we get here. Yes, someone or something else. Someone else. Yes, no. So I have one person so far who never, ever has a perception that anyone or anything else is affecting them getting what they want. But that person also said that it was unfortunate that they were responsible. So I have some suspicion there, I'll be honest with you. Someone or something else, someone or something else, something or someone else, until I consciously start breathing. So there's someone who's paying attention. Something else, someone or something else. When I'm not present, absolutely. Someone or something else, something else, someone else, someone else. I don't possibly see how it could be anything other than me. That's because you're really catching on to the way the universe works. I'm responsible, no one else is to blame. I am responsible, but no one else is to blame. I offer an and in that sentence for what it's worth. I'm responsible, and no one else is to blame. And if we don't have blame, then we're joyful about taking the responsibility. At times when I react, that is what I perceive. That's right. When I choose presence, I remember that people, places, and things are showing up for me, reflecting back. Okay, now, I love taking credit, and I do it playfully, and I also do it very seriously. I watch whenever I do a Facebook Live, and I watch the clients of mine, people that I know that are in my paid programs and are diving in and using it, and I watch their answers are totally different than everybody else's. Used to think someone or someone else, but now that I know I accept responsibility. So now check this out. This is very cool. So Sue said, I used to think someone or someone else, but now that I know I accept responsibility. Here's my question for even you, Sue. What I'm asking right now is there ever a moment when something happens, maybe on the global stage, maybe on the political stage, maybe a multi-billion-dollar company gets caught trying to take over the food supply, or a multi-billion-dollar company trying to take over the water supply, or a multi-billion-dollar company gets exposed that for the last 40 years they were pouring poison in the river, killing hundreds of thousands of people and animals. Things on the global scale. Do you ever have the perception that that's beyond your power, that you have no responsibility? And almost all of us do sometimes. It depends on the magnitude of the issue. All right? Presence brings us back to the place that we can be responsible from. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. It does. Always. When I'm fully and completely present, fully awake, alert, in full presence, breathing, balanced, calm, and centered. No matter what happens, I say, how would I like to respond now? How would I like to respond now? How would I like to respond now? Oh, I just won the lottery. How would I like to respond now? Oh, my leg just got caught in a bear trap. How would I like to respond now? It doesn't matter what happens. I see parts of myself that could be capable of creating problems on a world scale. Now, I understand that. And, like I always say in all my stuff, I'm never correcting you. I am always reflecting you. So I'm going to offer different words here. I see aspects of myself and I accept the possibility that I might be the whole universe and I might actually be capable of generating the things that happen that I perceive as problems on a world scale. Present and focus on what's preferred. Fully responsible for how I look. Yep. Understood. And that's part of why I'm here. When I'm not breathing and present is when I feel that something outside me is making stuff happen. Beautiful. And yes, how can I respond now? It's a question that's always available to us. And so what I'm going to do now is I want to get into that key. Okay? So I'm going to start making my segue over to the key. And I've been hinting about it this whole time. So the way that I view the universe and the paradigm that I use to describe the universe is, the universe is, including my body, the whole universe, all that is the reflection and the projection of everything that I think and believe that I know. I seem to be a separate perspective in this universe, but I know I'm not separate. The universe is the reflection and the projection of everything that I think and believe that I know, the vast majority of which is hidden from me, by me, in my unconscious, much of which is tangled up in emotions that I don't want to feel. And they're so painful and so terrifying to me that I put more energy than I would ever dream or imagine. I put it into hiding, denying, defending, deflecting, repressing those emotions so that I don't see or feel them. Okay? Some of the things that we went through as kids, as simple as one slap from a parent when we were joyful or expressing, is absolutely, utterly fucking devastating trauma to a little child. When we're playing and we're in our highest joy, excited, having fun, and our parent screams at us, "Shut up that racket!" Ugh! We might as well be killed for the amount of trauma that puts in our body. So some people say, well, I didn't have a really tough childhood. I don't think I had a lot of trauma. Listen to me. If you were told no when you were having fun, for a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3 or 4-year-old, 5-year-old, that can be so devastating that it's hard to even imagine. And those emotions most of us went through much more than that. Those emotions get frozen in our bodies, and they're so painful that we will do anything to repress them. Okay, what is the difference between your subconscious and unconscious? Psychologists who like to sound smart. How's that for a fun answer? Okay, so none of these actually exist. Some scientists, some psychologists talk about the subconscious, some talk about the unconscious, some actually talk about the other than conscious. Doesn't matter. None of them exist in reality anyway. It's just that we have areas of things that we believe that are fully available to our memories, and we have things that we've repressed that aren't. And that's it. That's really how simple it is. We don't need to be any more scientific about it. Okay? Jenny just said, aloha, Jenny, by the way. I nailed it about the childhood trauma. Jenny, I have been since I was 3 years old, believe it or not. I've been helping people undo their trauma since I was 3 years old. I came into this world, in this body, to do the work that I've been doing since then. And in the 9 years since I started doing it as my business, I've interacted with over 100,000 people through books, being on stage, live events, internet webinars, seminars, you name it. And I'm daily sitting with people and helping them to undo these things. And I see it from angles and with familiarity and clarity that most people literally would never have a chance. I'm not better or smarter than anybody else. It's just that I get a chance to see it from different angles because I'm literally dealing with it on a daily basis with this strange, unusual gift that I came onto the planet to have. Any day-to-day therapies that we can use to release that frozen trauma. There are dozens of techniques. So there's EFT, faster EFT, there's EMDR, there's the Sedona method, there's thousands. And the most effective thing that I've ever found is what I put in this book, Sylvan. So let me put this on the screen. Oh, there he goes. There he's doing a Facebook Live. Now he's trying to sell something. Nope, the book is totally free. You can go to breakyourselfhelpaddiction.com and grab a copy right now. Now, we do have the book on Amazon because some people want the physical copy. So some people go there and buy it. However, we have it on my site, totally free. And there's even an option to add on the audiobooks, which a lot of people really love. And in this book, Break Your Self-Help Addiction, I give tools and techniques for bringing the trauma up and out to where it's completely gone. And then I also work with people on a daily basis. I have a whole lot of options for people that want to go further with me to undo that stuff at the deepest possible level. And okay, now this is important. This is what Erica just said. So we're talking about the spells that got put into us. Pain runs downhill. So 99% of parents, we take the trauma that got into us that we don't know is there, that's hidden in our unconscious, hidden from us by us, tangled up with all those emotions, and it gets triggered and it comes up and out and right into our kids and anybody else that we can overpower, and we don't even know we're doing it. Okay? Now, I just got a commercial for my book. Look at this, look at this, look at this. The audiobooks are the best. So you guys might want to get those. But anyway, thank you for that. I appreciate that, you guys. Ladies, peoples. So what was I talking about? My model of the universe. It's the reflection, the projection of everything I think and believe that I know, endlessly reflecting and projecting out as what I call people and things and events, the vast majority of which is hidden from me by me, where it's not available to my conscious mind. It's hidden from me. Much of which is tangled up with emotions that I don't want to feel, that I will do anything in this world to not feel. I would do anything to not feel it. Literally. But we don't know it. We don't know that we're suffering that much. We don't know that's that much going on. So watch this. Now let's start to tie this together. I turn towards what I want to experience. And I start to go for it. And everything I think and believe that I know about it. Because see, if I don't have it, and I'm responsible. Now watch, I'm literally about to tie every word I've said from start to finish together in one little ball here. If there's something I want that I'm not experiencing and I'm responsible for my life, then I'm the reason I'm not experiencing it. But it's hidden from me by me and bound up with emotions that I don't want to feel. Hey, Lico, you want to come say hi? Come here, babe. Come here. I haven't had really any interruptions today, so this will help me. Hello. My name is Lico, and I'm the happiest dog in the entire universe right now. My life is absolute, unending bliss, being loved and petted, and being hypnotized moment by moment by all this love that I get. Hope you enjoyed that as much as she and I did. But anyway, we flip the coin over now and we look at what we don't want. These things that I don't want that keep coming back. If I accept the possibility that I'm responsible for my life, then I'm the one somehow causing those things to come up again and again and again. It couldn't be anyone else. And I begin to feel that there's powers outside of me. And I'm born into a world where religion, medicine, psychology, all governmental education, military, all the programming from all the institutions that seem to pre-exist me. They don't, but I created it to seem that they do. They all tell me that there are powers outside of myself. In fact, I'm separate and little, and there's all this power outside of me that can hurt me, that can cause me to not get what I want, and that can cause what I don't want to come get me. So we believe in devils and demons and IRSs and bad peoples and government agencies and militaries and terrorists haunting us, chasing us, damaging us, threatening us, fucking with us. I have a difficult time in my life at the moment again. So every day I listen to your videos because for me, you're the best explaining everything. Yay. I love you, Merritt. And it's great to see you again. I am so grateful and I am here to help and I'm glad to. Okay. It's me. Oops. Facepalm slap. Boom. All right. Did I become addicted to things I don't want? You became addicted to feeling the feelings that are the most familiar, and you became addicted to anything that would help you to not feel the feelings you don't want. And those patterns cause us to say and do and act in the ways that keep what we want out of reach and keep what we don't want fucking with us. So now, here's where it gets fun. What if, y'all ready for this? This is where you want to really breathe deep. Now, I always want as much interaction. I want as much engagement and communication on the page as I can get. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's do this. If you're finding this at the very least entertaining or engaging in any way, shape, or form, if you'll hit the thumbs, okay? I want as much engagement on this video as I can possibly get. And you're helping me help more people by doing this. If you're finding this engaging or fun or entertaining in any way, if you'll hit the thumbs. If you're finding this valuable or beneficial, please type in valuable or beneficial, whichever you like, and hit the hearts. Okay? I say this every video. For those of you who hear me say it every time, forgive me. I'm saying it for those that ain't heard me. When I do a live video, my intention is to help as many people for free as much as I possibly can. And when I do a Facebook Live, the more comments that get on the video, the more thumbs and hearts and smiles and interactions that I get, and the more shares that I get. You got those three things, the interactions of hearts and thumbs and all that stuff, the comments and the shares. The more of those that the video gets, the more Facebook's computer machine thing looks and says, oh my God, people are liking that video. Let's put it in front of more people. It helps me to help more people more. So I really appreciate, that's why I just hammer the comments and the stuff as much as I do. All right. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're getting value and benefit out of it. That's why I'm here. Otherwise I would just go swimming or something, take a nap. So here, now I'm going to go deep. And I would like for everybody to breathe and tune in so you can get the most out of it. Love you, Michael. Good to see you, buddy. I'm so glad you and Crystal are on here. I love you both so much. Tremendously valuable. Tremendous value. I love that. That's even more. Thank you. I'm really grateful, and you know that I'm sincere about what I'm doing, or you guys wouldn't have said that. So here we go. We get this illusion that there's someone or something out there. Something dark and ominous. Something bad. Something threatening. Something with more power than me. God punishing me for my fuck-ups. Thank you for sharing, Kathy. I appreciate that. God who's sitting up in the sky waiting to zap me when I fuck up. A devil that's waiting to catch me and drag me off into the shadows of hell forever. Demons that want to just take part of me. Mean, bad people, terrorists, all these things. Matrix. I'm with you, Andrew. We believe deeply that there's something else outside of us, but us spiritual fucks, we actually know that we're the only one here. There's one infinite, unlimited, eternal being at all times. And I'm part of it. And I am it. Me is part of it. And I am it. We know that, but that doesn't change the endless perception of something fucking with me, keeping what I want away from me and bringing what I don't want to come after me. And it goes on and on and on and on, day after day after day. The same relationship issues, the same financial issues, the same. And we just get so frustrated, so hopeless, and we call it, okay, so that's beautiful. Self-sabotaging. Ultimately, it is self-sabotaging. It's me sabotaging myself. So what would be the key? What is the one thing? If our fundamental perception is that there's someone outside of me doing harm to me, what would be the answer? And what's that one key that I've been talking about in this post that I made and hinting about in this video up until now? I will give it to you on a silver platter. Are you ready? Gosh, if I only had a silver platter, I could keep my word. I don't have a silver platter. Wait. A silver platter. This is a little metal cup that I cook frankincense incense in. So here comes the gift on a silver platter. I was right from the start. You ready? I call it blessed perception. The phrase has been used before, not quite the way that I use it. I think it's maybe chapter 9 of my book. It's in my book. I've been trying to heal for 33 years or more. Stop trying to heal and realize that you're whole right now. Take a few deep breaths. Stop trying to heal and realize that you're completely whole right now. And breathe and let yourself realize it. Fallen so far from who I truly am, having an extremely difficult time. So stop trying to get you back. Relax and breathe. Relax and breathe. I'm going to help you right now. Blessed perception. I think it's the 9th chapter of my book. So I gave a moment ago. Let me do it one more time. The book's free. What the hell? Go get it. BreakYourselfUpAddiction.com. There's a chapter in there on blessed perception. Yesterday morning, I went for a walk. And I thought, I wonder what my next Facebook Live will be about. A few minutes later, I was thinking about my group. I have a group of about 80 people. It's my paid Facebook group where I meet with them for a couple hours every Thursday. And I teach and then I do spell breaks with these people. And I was thinking, what would be the biggest gift to them? How can I help the greatest number of people in the greatest way to achieve the greatest possible results this week? And on that walk, I got this ABC fell into my lap. Assume benevolence always. Assume benevolence always. And it makes total sense, and it's really simple. And I'm going to give you a couple tools to help you to actually put this to use. Blessed perception. Assume benevolence constantly. Assume benevolence continuously. ABC, baby. Of awakening and stepping into your most miraculous life. So when you look at what you want and what you prefer, and it's out of reach, and you say, how is this happening for me? Compare that to what you've been saying. God damn, I knew it was going to happen. No, you say, how is this happening for me? And you mean it, and you say it from pure curiosity. You're assuming benevolence. This is me. I'm the only one here. I'm responsible for my life. The universe is my ultimate self. The universe and the source of the universe is what I actually am. And everything that I'm experiencing is myself. We are all one. I am one. And we talk about it. Us spiritual fucks, we talk about it constantly. But then we go back to believing there's something other than me. So watch this. I'm showing you how to actually do it in real time. Something I want. And I was working for it. I was trying, and it ended up out of my reach again. And instead of cursing or thinking the devil did it or the fucking IRS or anybody else, I say, How is this for me? Well, let's see. The first thing I noticed is that right when it happened, I felt this anger and sadness. Well, Brian said, if the universe is the reflection and the projection of everything I think and believe that I know, I'm trying this on. Just see, I'm not saying Brian's right, but I see that he's helped thousands and thousands of people that nothing else ever worked for. And I'm, God, the testimonial river is just mind blowing. So I'm going to try on what he's saying. The universe is the reflection and the projection of everything I think and believe that I know, the vast majority of which is hidden from me by me in my unconscious where I can't see it. The vast majority is tangled up in emotions that I don't want to feel. So as long as I don't feel those feelings, it'll be stuck in me forever. So if I just went for what I wanted and I didn't get it, how is it happening for me? It brought this feeling of anger and sadness up again. If this time, instead of blaming or criticizing or condemning or getting upset, if I'll just feel the upset and do exactly what he said, what do I feel? Where is that in my body? All these tools are in my book, and it's 100% free, and I've got videos that help you to master it. You feel those sensations and you breathe through those emotions, they will dissolve back into infinite possibilities, and you will find yourself effortlessly having what you wanted show up in your lap every fucking time, because there is no one else hindering you. And Marilyn, you just said, I literally was about to say, those of you that have been following me for a while, either just my free stuff or those of you that are in my paid programs, if you can say that you have heard me talk about this and you've applied it and it has ever worked even once, let alone if it's worked a lot in different areas, if you guys will type that in right now and let everybody who's new, everybody's like, man, this guy's crazy. He talks loud and got long hair. And if it's working for you, type it in and let some of these people that are brand new, let them see evidence that this has actually been working. Because if they see that it's been working, they hear me saying it and it makes sense. And some of you feel like this is pretty fucking amazing. Those of you that have experienced it and you're getting the benefits of it, you say it, and the people that are brand new that are like kind of doubting or skeptical, they're going to feel a lot more hope, and they're going to really appreciate you saying it. Okay, look at this. Okay. Now that last several people are people that are in my paid programs, and this is not a commercial for my paid programs. I'm doing everything free that I can ever do. People join my paid stuff because they want to go further with me. All right. So that's kind of mind blowing shit right there. That's a whole bunch of people all the time working for me most of the time. It's working for me most of the time because some of the time I forget. It can't work for me when I'm cursing the badness that happened. If I'm cursing the badness that happened, I'm interpreting as bad. How is awesomeness going to come my way when I'm cursing what's happening if I'm the one doing it? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Since I started listening to you, I'm a lot more at peace in my life. Makes sense to me. And remind me what country you're from, Lilith. I know English is not your language, and you communicating beautifully, I got to say. You're the only one who's been working for me. Merritt, you're not the only one who says that. And, you know, I talk about this a lot. I spent over 300 grand on my self-help journey. Decades, thousands of hours. And I never found the complete answer. When this level 5 thing came through me, it just answers utterly everything. I'm still learning, and I've experienced the fruits of applying these principles. I will keep saying this. After 20 years in personal growth, working with Brian for only 5 months, I'm experiencing freedom beyond my imagination. It works, and it keeps working, and it keeps expanding. Oh, you're in Utah. What? So, what's your original nationality or something? Les, I thought you were in a different country. I thought I saw that, but now I remember the last live that I did. You did say that. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So now let's flip that coin over one. Let's flip the coin over one more time. We're going to now look at the shit that we don't want that keeps coming. God damn it. Fucking shit. I knew it was going to happen again. Right, Michael? I knew that was going to happen. Why does this always happen? You're asking the questions that guarantee, because you're the one emanating everything into being, you're emanating more of it. So what if in that moment, where'd you get let go? Germany, let go fear banger. Works for me. Finally got the job. Share this with my kids. Addicts. Really hope they get it. English German, born in Utah. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, beautiful. So now we're on the other side of the equation, right? Stuff's coming. So imagine this moment happens when that thing happens that you no longer want, and you've been doing all the work about it, and here it comes. And you say, how is this for me? Always assume benevolence. Blessed perception every moment. I'm reminding myself, wait, no, if it's happening, it's me. And if it's me, it has to be happening for me, from me. So the larger me is doing this for me. How is this for me? Well, once again, it brought up these feelings that I ain't been feeling. So let me feel the feelings. This is a gift for me. This thing that's happening is a gift for me. I'm going to receive it. I'm going to be grateful for it. I'm going to assume benevolence constantly, continuously. And coming up on an hour, and I'm going to wrap this up close to an hour. I've got to get up from sitting and go for a walk here in just a few minutes. I've got to do it. It's a must for me right now. I've been sitting on these legs all day. Many of you are probably familiar with, there's a book out there. It's much more than a book, called A Course in Miracles. A Course in Miracles. You can Google it. You can listen to audios of it. You can read it, and you can live it. I consider it one of the purest sources of absolute undiluted truth out there. The only thing is, it's completely fucking incomprehensible, and it's written to be completely fucking incomprehensible. So in Zen, there's a concept in Zen Buddhism, which is, it kind of transcends Buddhism. It's a non-religious Buddhism that's aimed at totally awakening. All right. And in Zen, they have something called a koan, Koan. And a koan is an utterly nonsensical statement or question that you hold it in your mind, and the utter nonsense of it, your mind starts to come apart because it can't comprehend it. And when you give your mind something that it can completely, utterly not comprehend, it starts to actually dissolve. A lot of what I'm doing is completely incomprehensible on purpose. Well, A Course in Miracles is written like it. The book is a giant koan, and almost every sentence in it is holographic, where you can't really comprehend the sentence exactly. And then there's a few real zinger statements. And one of my favorite quotes in the entire course is this: if you knew who it was that walks beside you at all times, fear would be impossible. So picture a giant of infinite, eternal love. It's not carrying a club because there's no enemy to defeat. It's infinite, unlimited love and joy and peace, holding your hand and walking with you every step that you take. If you knew who walks beside you at all times, fear would be impossible. And the one who walks with you at all times is actually your true infinite self, which is love, joy, and peace, eternal, embodied with you. So there's this little me with all my perceptions and everything, and I can wake up and find that I am that one. Or I can perceive that I'm separate and there's that one. If you knew who walks beside you at all times, fear would be impossible. Let yourself feel that. There is so much relief. There's so much beauty. There's so much, just tears and, letting the fear go, letting the weight go. They gave us religion with gods that have all these fucking rules. What an asshole in the sky with all these rules and lightning bolts and commandments. And geez, if I fuck up, he's going to send me to hell forever because he loves me, George Carlin said. This is infinitely beyond any of our ideas of God. This is oneness. Infinite, unlimited, eternal love and joy and peace forever, which is our true self. It's our true self. And we can dissolve back into that as much as we want and be that because it's actually what we always were. Now, imagine, oh God, I'm not going to go with the be woke. I don't even stir that fucking hornet's nest right there because I don't see, what are you talking about? But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. This is so infinitely beyond woke. In my personal experience so far, somebody won't like me after I say this, and I could not care less because I love you so much I don't care what you think. I don't think anybody, there's a statement that says there are none more hopelessly enslaved than those who falsely believe they are free. And I say there ain't nobody more sleeping than those who are sure they are woke. Okay, that's my political statement for today that ain't got nothing to do with politics, but some will think it does. Welcome, Linda. It's all good. All right, now here comes some comments and questions, and let me take a look at these for a minute. I kind of want to wrap this up, and I have a closer for this, but I apply everything you teach in my life. Still not there, but I have my moments. So, Merritt, go back to my book. Go to the 8th chapter. I recommend reading the whole thing. You read it in an hour and a half. Read the book. Go to the 8th chapter. Click the link at the end of the chapter and master that breathing that brings you back into complete presence, and it'll start to expand into the rest of your life. Why don't we or haven't we evolved? We are all literally evolving all the time, but that's actually an illusion because we're already the infinite, unlimited being. So when you say we, I think you want to say me because some are. Absolutely. How do you perceive this to be for you? It's the exact same way. Sylvan, so look at this. With the current global circumstances, mass separation, economic failure, poisons, food, water, and air, etc., how do you perceive this to be for you? All right, direct question to me. Here's how. Exactly the way I do with everything else. Let's talk Ho'oponopono for just a minute. We're going to go a little bit over an hour, but not too much. So Ho'oponopono is an ancient Hawaiian mode of understanding how to take 100% total personal responsibility for everything. So if you notice it ever, then it's you and you're noticing part of yourself. If it's something you notice that you don't like, that's a part of yourself that you dissociated and said, that's not me. And now it will show up in your world. What did I say? What did I say the universe is? The universe is the reflection and the projection of everything I think and believe that I know, the vast majority of which is hidden from me by me, most of which is tangled up, much of which is tangled up with emotions that I don't want to feel. So those things happen. And if I would not think they're bad, wrong things happening out there, I would realize there are things happening in here. I'm noticing it is happening inside of me. There is no out there. So I take responsibility and I say, what role am I playing in this? And in Ho'oponopono, they have the 4 statements that you use over and over and over and over and over. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. And you just send out that forgiveness and that love and that gratitude again and again and again to dissolve those things that you don't want anymore. Yay! Oh, that's it. Okay. So now let us wrap this up. What if you were to make a picture or find a picture on the internet. In fact, you know what? I used to have a picture, and I'm going to take this liberty because you know what? You know how much I charged for this Facebook Live? I can always take a moment. Let me just see. Because I had found an image for that "Who Walks Beside You" thing. And I'm not seeing it. So I'm going to go find it, and I'm going to post it as a comment under this video. And it is so epic. And it's a picture of a woman standing like this. And while she's it's a cartoonish but fairly photorealistic. She's standing like this. And right behind her is this giant, infinitely larger spirit version of her doing the same thing. This image of, if you knew who walks beside you, always, fear would be impossible. So what would happen if you were willing to begin to remind yourself 3, 4, 5 times a day, 10 times a day? How serious are you? Of that quote. To remind yourself that you're the infinite, unlimited one, that there's no one doing anything to you. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing bad. There's nobody to fight against. There's nobody keeping what you want away from you. And there's nobody bringing badness to you. Thanks. Somebody just brought goodness to me, though. Thank you. And to find a picture that communicates to you, if I remember who walks beside me at all times, my true self, the infinite, unlimited me, I would begin to perceive what happens as happening for me, not to me. And it takes this idea of it's all happening for me. It takes it from an idea to experience. Always assume benevolence continuously. Assume benevolence constantly. Blessed perception. You can choose it again and again. You are responsible. You have the ability to respond to no matter what happens with blessed perception at all times. And it will change everything. It'll change everything. Now, Linda just said, I'm closing up here. Linda just said, I've been trying to wrap my head around Ho'oponopono, and you never will. It's in your heart and your body. It's not in your head, and it'll never fit. It's one thing to say, okay, this is happening for me. It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to mean it and feel it and recall it and apply it. And that's what changes everything. The key to happiness, the key, blessed perception. How is this happening for me? Why do I know that this is happening for me? How might I be able to use this to benefit myself and others? Merritt, me too. I'm glad I got inspired 9 years ago to start making these videos and sharing them for free on YouTube. I probably have 20,000 freaking hours. 9 years of creating free videos on YouTube. It's pretty crazy. And I'm really glad. And I appreciate you sharing it as far and wide so that more people know about it and help me benefit more people that want it. 1 hour and 4 minutes. I'm wrapping up, everybody. And I like to close with this. There is nothing wrong with you. Right and wrong don't exist. It's a ridiculous, nonsensical thought. There never was anything wrong with you. There never can be anything wrong with you. You are infinite, unlimited, perfect, eternal energy beyond good and bad, right and wrong, and any of those ideas. And I love you. And I am you. And we are one. It's not an idea. Appreciate the appreciation, everybody. I really do. Very grateful. I love you all. We are literally one. Not everybody's ready to hear it, and that's okay. The biggest gift, hey Bethany, aloha. The biggest gift anyone can give to me at this point in my life, other than, billions of dollars, which I always enjoy. Thank you for that, Andrew, is to share my videos with as many people as you can. Help me to help. So you know what? This is the perfect closing thought. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that, buddy. And that's the praise of the praiseworthy. I appreciate that coming from you, buddy. So listen to this, y'all. Ready? Blessed perception, understanding that we're all one and that I'm the only one here. Therefore, the greatest thing that I can ever do, the most loving thing that I can ever do, the most self-serving thing that I can ever do is help as many people as much as I can with pure love. The most important thing I can do for my selfish self is to help as many people as I can with pure love, to help as many people as much as I can. So you helping me help more people by sharing my videos, sharing the Facebook group, sharing whatever you see me put something out. And I mean, I could put something out and it's paid, and you could say, hey, this guy's shit's probably worth buying. I put out something free. Please share it far and wide. Help me to reach as many people as possible. And I will see you. Hey, wait a minute. Before I go, let me see if this will let me post a comment. Oh my gosh. You know what? I won't worry about that. I'm going to do it this way. I have a group on Facebook that's totally free where I go live and I share a lot of my stuff in there, and I share a lot of my paid stuff. I share it for free. It's called Go Beyond the Law of Attraction. So if you will do, love you, Margaret. If you will go on Facebook and type in a search for Go Beyond the Law of Attraction, that'll take you to my free Facebook group. You request to join, I'll add you, and you'll get access to more and more awesomeness. Thank you, Sylvan. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Margaret, Andrew, Peter. Hey, Joan, aloha. Good to see you again. All right, everybody, I will see you on the next Facebook Live. Mwah. Aloha, aloha, aloha.